Happy full moon, happy full moon. Are you in? Are you in tune? It's the full moon. Are you? It's like, happy full moon, tribe. I just wanted to tap in to tell you a few things that this energy is giving. This is the full moon in Gemini. I love me a Gemini. Anybody that knows me knows I love me a Gemini. They a little like, but you gotta be to know a Gemini. You know what I'm saying? If you caught that, you caught that. Shout out to the Geminis. Okay, so let's get into this full moon. This full moon in Gemini invites us to work through our mental and emotional clutter, to bring up and let go and face the things that's been weighing us down. You know, one of my gurus was like, he posed a question to the tribe. What is the fastest way to face your shadows or your demons? What is the fastest way to face them? And he said, turn around and face it. You know, so this moon is very inviting for us to work through our emotional and mental clutter. We got a lot going on in here, and emotionally, sometimes we just keep stuffing it and stuffing it and stuffing it and stuffing it and stuffing it. That season is done, okay? Now it's all coming up to the surface. That's why you're feeling anxious. That's why you're feeling nervous. That's why you're feeling worthless. Stick with me. Stick with me. You feel what I'm saying? So it's very important that we face the emotional clutter, face the things that are weighing us down energetically, let go of the people that are draining us, let go of the activities, the hobbies, the favors that we do for others. I literally just posted a whole video last week on my YouTube about people pleasing, because that got to go, okay? This moon also invites us and reminds us to not spread ourselves so thin. Sometimes we just be signing up for this and volunteering for this, and I can help there, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. Ugh. No, this season really requires us to slow down and unplug from the things that drain us and try to leave a stain on us, okay? Especially the things that want to fuss and cuss. We don't have time for that this season, okay? Because how we going to clear the emotional and mental clutter if we still doing this type of stuff, you know? So don't spread yourself too thin. Set those boundaries and don't overcommit and uncommit to some of the bullshit you committed to, even the negativity part of you. It also encourages us to take time and think about the things we don't want anymore. Write them down. It's time to shed them. They must go. They cannot go into the 2024. They can if you want them to, but you should really consider, reconsider, and reprogram your mind. That's the energy that this full moon in Gemini is giving. You know, Gemini be, you know, it's two different signs. That's why people really be scared of Geminis, because they think they bipolar when all of us are really bipolar. Everybody's really bipolar. All of us have 1,000 thoughts a minute, okay? So which one you going to choose to be up in it, okay? Don't choose the ones that don't service your energy. We have to choose the thoughts and choose the frequencies that help us evolve and help us feel good. But how can we get to those frequencies if we don't clear the mental and emotional clutter and the bullshit that makes us stutter? And if you know a Gemini, then you know that this moon is inviting you to have some fun, okay? I know we all work, we all stay on our grind, you know, but have some fun. Life is about balance, you know? So make sure you're having some fun. Don't take this life so seriously. We're only down here for a blink of an eye. We're down here for a very short minute. So if you spend a lot of your time stressed out, go have some fun. Find a new hobby or something that you want to get into, please. So tend to your spiritual hygiene. This full moon in Gemini really truly invites us to raise our spiritual hygiene, to do a spiritual hygiene wellness check, okay? What are we feeding our senses? What are we looking at? What are we thinking? What are we smelling? What are we touching? What are we tasting? What are we feeling? It's very important that we get a hold of our spiritual hygiene, because this year a whole lot has been thrown at us. So I offer you to take a spiritual bath, do some cleansing. If you tap into my Patreon, we're literally doing a whole full moon ceremony or meditation or whatever you want to call it over there, you know. So you're more than welcome to come and join us in the Patreon community. But really, practice mindfulness. Work on your spiritual hygiene. Don't be so quick to snap. You know, really work on finding peace in the midst of the chaos. When you want to just go crazy, challenge yourself to choose a higher vibration, to calm your energy down. Because when you in a chaotic and crazy environment like that, sometimes it can break down, a lot of times it can break down your immune system, you know? Keeps us in a fight or flight mindset, you know? And that's just, what I'm supposed to, should I? And we're so much more manifestive when we're doing this. When we're just sitting and enjoying ourselves, you know, when we're really enjoying the vibration that we already have everything we need. It's just about holding on to the frequency and tapping into it. But we only can hold on to it by letting go of the baggage, letting go of the things that drag us down. Okay, so here's what we can do for this Gemini full moon. Get in tune with your own frequency. Get real curious and ask questions. Ask a lot of questions. When you ask questions, you're just questing into a deeper part of yourself for a deeper perspective. And I don't mean go outside and ask questions. I mean go within and ask the questions to yourself. Them questions that you've been fighting not to ask, even though you know what the answers is, but you might be scared that you don't really face the answers. Those questions, they must go. Stay open to any discoveries that you find about yourself. Don't judge it. If you be like, damn, I am the problem. Okay, cool. Well, what can I do to not be the problem? How can I unbe the problem? You know, don't be so critical of yourself during this season. And channel those frustrations and those restless nights with some exercise, some physical activity, some yoga, some meditation, finding a new habit, a new hobby, a new extracurricular activity to do. But spending time in nature, getting some vitamin D. These are ways to help raise that frequency and create balance between what you want and what you need. Okay. Everything that we want ain't always what we need, you know, and the things that we need, we don't always want. Okay. But this is the season where spirit is being blunt. Past that. I'm going to take a hit of the real. You're going to take a hit of the real. Watch how you feel. It's time to heal, tribe. So let's tap in with this new moon, with this full moon in Gemini. The energy is here for you and I. So toughen up, tribe. It's the end of the year. We're not taking none of this stuff into 2024. 2024 is an 8 year. This was a 7 year. 7 is the number for God. This is God's year. That's why a lot of stuff been coming to the surface for all of us. All of us been going through some stuff this year, but it's necessary so it can clear, because next year is an 8 year, a year of balance. A year where we don't have to choose violence, when we find peace in the silence. Come on. So I want to give you some affirmations, maybe like 1 or 2 affirmations that you could practice, you could recite for the rest of the year. Okay, the first affirmation: I accept who I am and easily express myself with certainty and clarity. Okay, one more time. I accept who I am and easily express myself with certainty and clarity. I purge and release what weighs heavily on my life. I purge and release what weighs heavily on my life. I honor my soul by letting go of the things that no longer serve me. I honor my soul by letting go of the things that no longer serve me. And the last one, I am healed, healthy, abundant, and powerful. I am healed, healthy, abundant, and powerful. So enjoy this full moon in Gemini, tribe. Light your candles, cleanse your aura, take a spiritual bath, cleanse your crystals. Do something that nurtures your soul. Ask yourself those questions that you've been avoiding for a long time. Your inner child is waiting. Your inner peace is waiting. Your higher self is waiting. So stop debating and tap into yourself. That's what this full moon is about, okay? Being honest with yourself, okay? And if you need help with any of those things I just suggested, tap into my Patreon. Seriously. It's like what? $12 a month. You know, tap into my Patreon. We're literally doing meditations, aura cleanses, all that stuff this whole month. For the rest of the year, we tapping in. So I encourage you to tap in with yourself. I love you. I like you. And I like you. Oh, and the link is in my bio. For the Patreon, you want to become a member of the Patreon and join the Energy Club. Come on over here. We would love to have you, baby. We talk about shadow work. We talk about healing. I do monthly seminars. I do weekly meditation sessions. This week we doing dance meditation. Come on, pull up.